Greetings, race fans. Today we've got something a little bit different on the table. We've got Red, White, and Blue Racin from PLAAY Games. And this is my homebrew set of drivers consisting of blues guitarists from the past and present. And I've already conducted the qualifying week. That's in a previous video, and I encourage you to check that out because I do a lot of commentary and anecdotes about the various guitarist drivers. And so our racetrack is going to be Rural County Fairgrounds from the 75 Years of Racing set from PLAAY Games. Dirt track in any town, USA. So we're going to say that it's in a field somewhere in rural Mississippi, fittingly enough. And this is a half-mile dirt oval. And the black dice distribution is a little bit different than in the standard race game. I'm using it based on the 75 year, not 75 year, the what is it called? The Pioneer set, which is drivers like from the 50s, and so 1 is the top group, 2 is the first half of the race, 2 you check the middle group, second half of the race you check the top group, 3 is the middle group, 4 is the bottom group, and 5 and 6 are duels. So as would be expected for old-time racing from the 50s and for a bunch of wild blues guitarists here, there will be a lot of dueling going on with the results on 5 and 6. And if fittingly enough, heat is on number 7. I gave quite a few drivers the heat rating. And you also add a problem to the end of the turn when you roll heat and when you roll control on 11. So it's going to be a 20-lap race. We'll do a pit stop after 10 laps. And so coming in, there was a feud in the pits between Bo Carter and Robert Belfour, who did not qualify because Robert Belfour was caught to have made an illegal modification to his car, and apparently Bo Carter dropped a dime on him, and the two got to feuding. So now Bo Carter doesn't have anyone to feud with. So we're gonna usually when you're picking the qualifying, if the feud comes up, it's usually the next driver you pick. So we're gonna say Bo Carter is feuding with Derek Trucks because Derek Trucks' wife, Susan Tedeschi, was in the pit, and Bo Carter, who is known for his dirty lyrics, had a few not so flattering things to say to Susan Tedeschi, and Derek Trucks stood up for his woman. And so Trucks and Carter will come into the race feuding. And more feuds and fumes hopefully will develop as the race develops. And 2 drivers had a good qualifying week, Warren Haynes and Arthur Big Boy Crudup. They got a performance chip, and again, consistent with the 50s style of racing, there was some illegal gambling going on, which helped Warren Haynes have a good qualifying week. Someone in his pit crew tipped off some gamblers that his car was running well, and a lot of money went down on him. So all kind of mayhem and shenanigans going on here in Rural County Fairgrounds in Mississippi as we get ready to get underway. So here we go, underway with our race at Mississippi Rural County Fairgrounds. Johnny Lang, our pole sitter. And here we go, 6 right out the gate. We've got a duel. As I look for my pen, here we go. So 6, we've got the number 6 driver in the top group. That's B.B. King. Right away, he's going to duel Johnny Winter, who's in second place. So B.B. King has got to roll within his gas pedal of 4, and he rolls a 5, so he loses that. So Johnny Winter's going to get a performance chip, and B.B. King is going to roll for trouble. Let's see, He is rated in A as far as his repair. No, excuse me, we've got to roll for his escape. He's got to roll within an 8 to escape trouble. And he rolls a 9, so BB King is in trouble. He is going to get collected here, so we got to check his repair rating of A. And it's in the first third of the race, so he needs an 11 out of 12, and he rolls a 5. So BB King is able to repair his car, but he is in the back of the pack, and we are adding BB King to the fuming list. After losing that duel to Johnny Winter, we're not going to bother with gas pedal to fill the gap just to save time. I know this part of the race can get a little tedious as you have to move everybody up. Tedious if you're watching, not if you're playing. So let's see. Muddy Waters, BB King, our first casualty there in the duel category, and that will end turn 1. On to turn 2. Here we go. And 3, we are checking the middle group, and we're checking 7, the heat quality, and there will be a problem check at the end of the turn. So let's see who has the heat quality. Starting at the back, we've got double heat for Bucka White. So here we go. Gas pedal of 3. That's in his range, going up against driver 5, Warren Haynes. 5 on the blue die is going to beat Warren Haynes' gas pedal, but Warren Haynes will spend his performance chip to hold off that challenge. Bucka White's got double heat, so he goes again. This time it's in his gas range. He's going up on driver 1. Johnny Winter has heat and 1 brake bonus. So the 3 on the blue die is going to beat Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter will spend a chip to hold off Bucka White there. So Bucka White unsuccessful in his challenges, but he cost 2 drivers their performance chips here in turn 2. Kenny Wayne Shepherd with heat 6 is outside his gas pedal range, so he will not make a pass. R.L. Burnside with heat. He needs a 5, and that's in his gas range, going up on driver 5. 5 on the blue die will easily beat any brake pedal range there of Warren Haynes. So R.L. Burnside shoots up to 6th place. And no one else has heat, so that will conclude turn 2. With a couple of drivers moving up there. On to turn 3. Wrong dice. And 2, we are checking it's the first half of the race. We're checking the middle group. Well, we forgot to check the problem last turn, so let's check that. Problem finder. So 44, it's driver 4 even, so that we're checking Reverend Gary Davis for a problem. And 16, cut tire, undercarriage damage, roll for repair. So his repair rating is a B. It's the first third of the race. He needs a 2 to 9. And 11, he does not repair it. So with a cut tire, Reverend Gary Davis is our first casualty of the race. He's not able to repair his car. To save time, we will just move everybody up here. Okay, so what did we roll? We rolled a middle group challenge of control with a problem at the end of the turn, and that's for turn 3. So control, who has control? Lightning Hopkins has it, and 3's in his gas range, going up on driver 1. Johnny Winter does not have control. He only has 1 brake, so the 4 on the blue die is going to move Lightning Hopkins all the way up to 2nd. We're checking Dave Hole for control. 5 is outside of his gas range. He will not move up. Kenny Wayne Shepherd needs a 3 on his gas pedal. 4 is outside of his range. Warren Haynes needs a 4. 5 is outside of his gas range. Furry Lewis needs a 3. 4 is outside his range. And Robert Cray needs a 3. That's in his gas range, and he's going up on driver 6. Elmore James has control. He has 1 brake bonus. The 2 will not pass it. And finally, we check in John Lee Hooker with double control. We are going to ignore that phone if you hear that in the background, because I get inundated with robocalls at least 4 or 5 a day. So John Lee Hooker needs a 5, and he rolls a 4 for the gas pedal, going up on driver 6, but a 2 on the brake pedal will not pass Elmore James, who has control and 1 brake bonus. So that will conclude turn 3 here in Mississippi. Oh, don't forget to check the problem again. So the problem finder, 34 is driver 3 on the even side. That's Warren Haynes checking for a problem. 36, vibration drop to the front of the bottom group. So Warren Haynes is going to end up here as we move these drivers up. Okay, so Warren Haynes goes here. Okay, on to turn 4. And we're checking the top group. Heat in the top group, and we're checking a problem at the end of the turn. So let's see who in the top group has heat. They're going after Johnny Lang, R.L. Burnside with heat. Let's see if he brings the heat here. 5 is out. No, 5 is in his gas range. So Johnny Lang doesn't have the heat quality. He has 2 brake bonuses. He doesn't have any brake pedals. So a 2 on the blue die will not pass Johnny Lang. Joe Bonamassa has the heat quality. That's in his gas range. A 6 on the blue die will automatically pass any brake pedal range. So Joe Bonamassa is our new leader. And we finished. No one else has heat. So in turn 4, Joe Bonamassa pulls into the lead past Johnny Lang. And we got to check for a problem at the end of the turn. And a 3, it's going to be on driver 3, Jorma Kalkinen. And let's see, the problem, 44, oil pressure problem, roll for repair. So his repair rating is a C. It's in the first third of the race. So he needs a 2 to 7. And 9, he is not able to repair his car. Jorma Kalkinen is our second casualty here. At the end of turn 5, we'll just automatically move everybody up. We will not roll to fill the gap, just to save time. Hope you hang with me here as we move all the cars up. I know this takes some time, but that's part of racing. Okay, so 2 cars are already on the sidelines here as we begin turn 6. 5 is going to be another duel, and we are checking the number 6 driver in the top group. It's going to be John Lee Hooker. He's going to duel with Lightning Hopkins. So Hook needs a 5, anything up to a 5 on the red die, and he rolls a 6. So Hook loses that duel to Lightning Hopkins, who gets a performance chip, and we got to check for trouble, see if he escapes trouble. His escape rating is a 9, and he rolls a 6. So John Lee Hooker will escape trouble, but we are going to add John Lee Hooker to the fume list, as Lightning Hopkins gets the better of that duel to conclude turn 6. On to turn 7. 2, we are checking the middle group, and we got 5. We're checking the skill quality in the middle group. Who's got the skill quality? Bo Carter. 2 gas pedals, and that's outside his range. Big boy Crudup, he needs 2 gas pedals, and that's outside his range, but he has the performance chip, so he's going after driver 5, Elmore James, who has skill, has 1 brake, bonus brake, and the 3 is going to pass him, so he will use his performance chip to pass Elmore James. He will spend a performance chip. Skill, double skill for Dave Hole. And 4 is outside his gas range, so he will use No, outside his gas range, so he will not pass, but he gets another roll. And 2's in his gas range. 5 is going to probably beat anybody's brake pedal here. Lightning Hopkins Buddy Guy. He's got double skill, brake pedal, and a bonus, so that gives him 4. But Dave Hole rolled a 5 on the blue die, so he will move into 3rd place ahead of Buddy Guy. Checking Buckle White for skill. 3 brake pedals, that's outside his range. Furry Lewis, 3 gas pedals, excuse me. That's in his range, and a 6 on the blue die will automatically pass Dave Hole into 3rd place. And Robert Johnson with 3 gas pedals, and that's in his range. Driver 6, he's got skill, 2 brakes, a bonus. The 4 on the blue die will not pass. And finally, Robert Cray with 3 gas pedals and 4's outside his range. That concludes turn 7 here in Mississippi. On to turn 8. 4 is going to be the bottom group, where you're checking the reflex quality in the bottom group. So we start with B.B. King. 4 gas pedals, that's outside his range. Howlin' Wolf with 4 gas pedals. That's in his range, but 1 brake pedal. Let's see. Driver 1 on the even side. Robert Cray does not have a brake, does not have reflex, so Howlin' Wolf will move up to 8th place. Big move there for Howlin' Wolf. T-Bone Walker needs 3 gas pedals, and that's outside his range. Catfish Keith with 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. He's going up on driver 1 on the odd side. Robert Johnson, the 3 on the blue die, will allow Catfish Keith to move into 9th place. Albert King with 3 gas pedals outside his range. Robin Ford with 2 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 2 on the even side and 5 on the blue die is going to pass Dave Hole into 10th place. Hound Dog Taylor with reflex. He's got 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. He's going up on driver 4, odd side. Johnny Winter has reflex, but has not enough brake pedals. Hound Dog Taylor into 15th place. And double reflex for Mississippi John Hurt. 1 is in his range. He's going up on driver 5, odd. Bo Carter. No brake pedal, no reflex quality, so he will move up to 17th. And because he has double reflex, he gets another roll. Challenge the top group, but 6 is outside of his gas range. Little Ed Williams has 4 gas pedals, and that's in his range. He's going up on driver 2, odd. But Robin Ford has a brake pedal, and he has reflex, so he will hold off that challenge. Sun House with 2 gas pedals, and 5's outside his range. And finally, Stevie Ray Vaughan with 4 gas pedals, going up on driver 6, odd. Warren Haynes has reflex, but no brake pedal, so Stevie Ray Vaughan will move up to 19th, and that concludes turn 8. Turn 9 upcoming in our red, white, and blues race here, with red, white, and blue racing from PLAAY Games. And 2 is going to be a middle group challenge, and it's double 2, so there's going to be a problem at the end of the turn. 4 is the smart quality in the middle group. Here we go. Who's got smart? Stevie Ray Vaughan, 4 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 1 and 4. Let's see. He's got 1 smart and a bonus brake. So Stevie Ray Vaughan has enough to pass, but Lightning Hopkins will spend his chip and hold off that challenge. Smart, Derek Trucks, 3 gas pedals. That's in his range, but a 1 on the blue die will not beat anybody in the top group because they all get 1 bonus brake pedal for being in the top group. Mississippi John Hurt, 6 is outside his gas range. Elmore James has 3 gas pedals, and that's in his range. He's going up on driver 5. Big Boy Crudup has a brake and a bonus, but the 3 on the blue die will pass Elmore James into 6th place. Hound Dog Taylor, smart. 3 gas pedals. 4's outside his range. Buddy Guy with 5 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 6. But John Lee Hooker has smart. 2 brakes and a bonus. 3 on the blue die will not pass. Furry Lewis with 3 gas pedals. That's in range. Driver 2 doesn't have the smart quality, and 1 brake bonus is not enough. So Furry Lewis moves into 3rd ahead of Freddie King, one of our TV radio drivers. Robin Ford is smart quality, but he only has 2 gas pedals. That's outside of range. Catfish Keith, one of our TV radio drivers with 3 gas pedals. That is outside of range. And finally, Howlin' Wolf, 4 gas pedals. And that's in range, but 1 on the blue die will not beat any brake ratings. So that concludes turn 9. Now we got to do a problem. Let's go to the problem finder, the driver finder chart. 12 is driver 1 even. So that will be Howlin' Wolf. He's got a problem. 52, clutch problems, roll for repair, but if his pit crew is A, no problem, but his pit crew is a B. So we are in the middle of the race. So a B, it's 2 to 7. He stays in the race. 8, he cannot repair his car. Howlin' Wolf is our next casualty here in turn 10. Oh boy, I hope I didn't lose track of turns there. No, that was turn 9. Turn 10 is going to be the pit turn. It's easy for me to lose track of things here. So everybody moves up, and now we are going to conduct a pit turn. Okay, so let's see who is going to get the chance for the fast pit. And it's going to be the top group. And let's see, so drivers 4 and 6 are going to change position in the top group in the pits. And now we're going to roll for each driver to see if they get a fast pit bonus chip. So R.L. Burnside, he needs a 7. And 11, he does not get a chip. Elmore James with a fast pit of 4. A 9, he does not get it. John Lee Hooker, fast pit of 8. So he gets a performance chip. And Johnny Lang, fast pit of 6. He does not get it. Furry Lewis has a 6. And 5, he gets a bonus performance chip. Lightning Hopkins with fast pit of 8. And a 4, so he will get a performance chip. And let's reorder the pits here. John Lee Hooker moves up. And now we're going to see one driver in the top group has a chance to pass Joe Bonamassa coming out of the pits. So let's see who it's going to be. And it's going to be driver 5. That's Elmore James. And let's see. The 4 is outside of his gas range, so he does not pass Joe Bonamassa, who will remain our leader here after 10 laps. But he's got 3 guys breathing down his neck with performance chips here, so things could get hairy as we move on to turn 11. And 5, it's going to be a duel. We're checking driver 4 in the middle group. So Hound Dog Taylor is going to duel with Catfish Keith here. And let's see, Hound Dog Taylor has 3 gas pedals. And 4 is outside his range, so he loses that one. And he's going to check now to see if he is in trouble. His escape rating is a 6 for Hound Dog Taylor. And a 9, so he is in trouble. Let's see if he is able to repair. Let's see, his repair is B. So that's 8. He needs 2 to 8, and he's able to repair his car. But he moves to the back of the pack. And let's see, technically that would be a yellow flag, but since it's a short race, we're not going to put the yellow flag out for a duel, because we would end up having a lot of laps, a lot of turns lost to the yellow flag. And let's see, so that was driver. We're going to do 2 drivers in the 4 position. Mississippi John Hurt is going to duel Robin Ford, and he's got 3 gas pedals and a 3, so Mississippi John Hurt will win that duel, and he will get a performance chip. And let's see if Robin Ford escapes trouble. His escape rating is a 6 and a 7, so he does not escape. So he is going to go to the bottom, and his repair rating is a 6. So he needs a, let's see, a B. No, his pit rating is a B, 2 to 8, and 7. So he's able to repair his car. He remains in the race, and he will join the fuming list because he lost that duel here in turn 11. And we'll just move everybody up again. Okay, so we got some heat going on here. All right, turn 12. 4, we're checking the bottom group, and we are checking the reflex quality. So this could be a long turn here. Sorry about these long turns. I hope you're sticking with it. Robin Ford with reflex, and he's a 2 gas pedal. That's in his range. Driver 5 on the odd side, and a 4 on the brake will allow Robin Ford to move up to 17th place. Hound Dog Taylor with reflex. He's got 3 gas pedals outside of his range. BB King has 4 gas pedals. That's in his range. He's going up on driver 1, even. Catfish Keith will spend his performance chip to hold off that challenge. Who else has reflex? Honey Boy Edwards with 3 gas pedals. Driver 5, even. Stevie Ray Vaughan has reflex, has a brake pedal, but the 4 on the blue die will allow Honey Boy Edwards to move into 16th place. T-Bone Walker with 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 4 odd. Reflex, but 5 on the blue die will allow T-Bone Walker to move into 15th. Who else has reflex? Albert King with 3 gas pedals outside his range. Dave Hull with 3 gas pedals. That's in the range. Driver 1 odd, but Mississippi John Hurt is going to spend. No, he doesn't need to spend the chip because he has the double reflex. So, and they only rolled 1 on the blue die, so no pass there. Johnny Winter with 3 gas pedals outside of range. And that does it for the bottom group. No one else has reflex. That concludes turn 12. Joe Bonamassa is still our leader in turn 12. He's led since turn 4. And we're checking the top group 11, control plus problem. All right, now things are going to get interesting here. Who's got control? Elmore James, 3 gas pedals outside of range. Double control for Johnny Lang. He's looking to get that lead back. The 2 is in range. So let's see. Joe Bonamassa has control, no brakes, 2 bonuses. So 5 on the blue die will allow Johnny Lang to grab the lead back from Joe Bonamassa. Who else has control? Well, double control for John Lee Hooker and a performance chip. He's going to take that lead. That's in his gas range, so he's got 2 double control, 2 brake bonuses. So John Lee Hooker is going to spend his performance chip. Now he is in the lead, so a lot of lead changes here in turn 13. Furry Lewis has control, so he's going to move into the top space. That's in his gas range. 6 on the blue die is an automatic pass, does not need to spend the chip. So Furry Lewis is in the lead. And finally, Lightning Hopkins has control. 3 gas pedals. That's in his range. So he's got control and 2 bonuses. So 4 on the blue die is enough for Lightning Hopkins to pass. And we'll see. Odd, they spend the chip. I can't remember which is which, but for the race, odd, they spend it. 4, they keep it. So odd, they both spend the chip. But Lightning Hopkins is our new leader in turn 13. And we've had to check. Let's see, there was a problem at the end of the turn. So the problem finder, it's going to be driver 1, Furry Lewis. And let's see what the problem is. 43. Overheats. Roll for repair. Pit crew A or B. No problem. But Furry Lewis has a pit crew of D. So his car overheats there after taking the lead. So let's see. Problem D. We are in the middle of the race, so he needs a 2 to 3 in order to stay in the race. He rolls a 5. Furry Lewis is our latest casualty here. The car overheats with all those challenges, top group challenges there, so everybody else will just move up. This is the part of the race that probably takes the most time, moving all these cars up. But that's part of the game, and it's a fun game from PLAAY Games. And everybody else moves up. So now we're down to 40 drivers here. After 13 turns, we've got 7 to go. 7 turns to go. Lightning Hopkins, your new leader. And we've got a duel, and it's the 6th driver in the middle group. So Little Ed Williams is going to duel Freddie King. He's got 4 gas pedals, and he wins the duel. He will get a performance chip. And let's see if Freddie King can escape trouble. His rating is an 8. And he rolls a 9, so Freddie King is in trouble. Can he repair his car? His repair is C. So he needs a 2 to 7. An 8. He cannot repair his car. Freddie King is out of the race. So Little Ed Williams with a big maneuver there. And we are also going to let Bo Carter, he was the other driver in the 6th position. He of the Raunchy Lyrics. He is going to duel Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And Bo Carter has 2 gas pedals. It's a risky duel here, because if he loses, he's going to potentially be out of the race. And he's going to duel anyway, and he needed a... he needs 2, and he rolls a 6. So Bo Carter loses. Kenny Wayne Shepherd gets a performance chip, and Bo Carter needs a 4 to escape trouble, and he does not escape trouble. And let's see, his repair is an E, so 2 to 5 to stay in the race, and he rolls a 7. Bo Carter is out of the race. So now we are finally starting to get some duels here. And some casualties, as we're down to 37 cars at the end of 14 turns here in rural County Fairgrounds, Mississippi. On to turn 15. 4 is the bottom group. 10, trouble in the bottom group. So we're going to start with the lead driver, Keb Mo. Escape, 7. He stays in. Blind Blake. Well, escape 2, probably because he's blind. So he is collected. Skip James, escape 5. 6, he is collected. Johnny Winter, another blind driver, escape of 4, he is collected. Dave Hole, escape of 7. 7, he stays in. Albert King, escape of 7, he stays in. Robert Johnson, escape of 10, he stays in. Susan Tedeschi, escape of 3. She is a casualty here. As cars pile up in this big pile up here in turn 15. Escape of, can't see it, what is it, an 8 or a 9? Can't see it with the yellow. That's escape of 9 for Muddy Waters. He stays in. Blind Willie Johnson, escape of 3. He is a casualty. All cars piling up here in mayhem in turn 15. Escape of 7 for Derek Truck. 6, he stays in. Escape of 7 for Junior Kimbrough. He is collected. Escape of 10 for Stevie Ray Vaughan. He stays in. Robert Cray, escape of 7. 6, he stays in. Petey Wheatstraw, escape of 4. He is collected. Cars just piling up here. BB King, escape of 8. A 10, he is collected. Escape of 6 for Hound Dog Taylor, he is collected. Finally, Warren Haynes, a 7, a 3, he will stay in. So we've got a big pile up here. Let's see how many cars. That's going to be 2 yellow flags. I wonder if I should make it 1 because it's a short race. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars collected. Let's see if they are able to repair. So we are in the last third of the race. So let's see. An E. Skip James is rated E for repair. A 3. 2 to 3. He rolls a 4. So Skip James is done. He is not able to repair his car. Blind Blake is a repair B. He needs a 6. He cannot repair his car. He is out of the race. Johnny Winter, a D. He needs a 4. He is out of the race. So a lot of cars banged up in this big pileup. Susan Tedeschi, an E. She needs a 2 to 3. A 6. She cannot repair her car. Blind Willie Johnson, an E. Another guy who needs a 3. He cannot repair. Junior Kimbrough, E. 2 to 3. He cannot repair. P.D. Wheatstraw, repair of D. 2 to 4. He cannot repair. Finally, someone with a good pit crew here, an A. 2 to 7 for B.B. King. 11. He cannot repair his car. It looks like nobody from this pileup is going to stay in the race. Hound Dog Taylor with a B. He needs a 6. A 5. So Hound Dog Taylor will stay in the race, but we will add him to the fume chart since he is forced to be at the back of the pack. We're now down to 29 drivers with 5 laps to go here in rural Fairgrounds, Mississippi. So here we go with turn 16 with 5 laps to go, 29 drivers on this half-mile dirt oval track in Mississippi. The track conditions are starting to break down here. Lightning Hopkins has been our race leader since turn 13. So here we go. 5 is going to be a duel, and we are checking 8. That's going to be the 6th position in the middle group. We're going to let both of them duel. So Mississippi Fred McDowell will go after Booker White. Mississippi Fred he's got 5 on the gas pedals, and he rolls a 4. So he will win this duel. He will get a performance chip, and Booker White needs a 5 to escape trouble. And he rolls a 4, so he escapes trouble, but he is super PO'd, and he will be added to the fume list, Booker White. And Bonnie Raitt is going to duel. All the duels are automatic here, regardless of their gas pedal rating. She's going after Buddy Guy. So she needs 3 on the gas pedals, and she rolls a 3, so she wins that duel. Out-duels Buddy Guy, gets a performance chip, and Buddy Guy, well, he's got an escape of 11, so he's got a good chance of staying in this race. He rolls an 11, just made it, and you can bet he is added to the fume list after that exchange in turn 16. But Lightning Hopkins is still our leader as we go on to turn 17. 4 is a bottom group challenge. The bottom group is reduced their numbers here, and we rolled a 12. That is double 6s. That is the rare chart, rare play chart. Maybe we'll get a rain out or something here. So let's see, rare results, bottom group. Okay, let's see, rare results, bottom group, 41. Surge, driver moves to top group. So we got to see which driver is. And if it's not one of the, if it's a number that would have fall out of place, it's not going to be a surge. So it's got to be one of these low numbers. So the bottom group driver finder is 51. That's driver 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There is nobody in the 13th position, so there will be no surge to the top group. Somebody lost out on a chance there to move into the top group. So that was a rare result there. And because we rolled double 6s, we are also checking for a problem in the bottom group. So again, we got a bottom group driver finder and a 52. That's going to be driver 14. There is no driver 14. So essentially nothing happened there in turn 17. So here we go, turn 18, 3 turns to go. And let's see, it's 5 laps per turn on these dirt tracks, so 15 laps to go. And we got a top group challenge of reflex. So we've got some activity in the top group here. Catfish Keith with reflex. He's got 3 gas pedals. 6 is outside of range. RL Burnside with 5 gas pedals. 2 is in range, but 1 on the blue die will not beat any brake pedal. Lightning Hopkins has double reflex and 2 brake bonuses, so you're going to need to beat a 4 on the blue die. Who else has reflex? Double reflex for Johnny Lang. He's looking to get that lead back. And 4 is his gas range. 5 will beat Lightning Hopkins brake. So Johnny Lang is our leader here. And finally, John Lee Hooker has reflex. He's got 5 gas pedals. He's got a chance to get the lead here. And 4 is in range, 3 on the blue die. So double reflex, 2 brake bonuses. Does not beat Johnny Lang's brake pedals. So Johnny Lang is our leader here in turn 18. 2 turns to go. Johnny Lang wrestles the lead from Lightning Hopkins. On to turn 19 here in Mississippi. And 3 is the middle group. 8, we're checking reflex again in the middle group. Buddy Guy has double reflex. He has a chance to get into the top group here and challenge the leader. 5 gas pedals. And but the 1 on the blue die will not beat any brake rating. Buddy Guy does not move up, but he's got another chance. Double reflex. And a 6, this time a 6 will beat any brake pedal. So he surpasses Catfish Keith into 7th place. So who else has reflex? Bucka White with a 3 on the gas pedal. 3 is in his range. 6 is going to beat, on the blue die, will beat any brake pedal. So he moves into 4th place ahead of Joe Bonamasso. Who else has reflex? Sunhouse with only 2 gas pedals. And 1 is in range. Driver 5. So R.L. Burnside has 1 for reflex, 1 for a brake, and 1 bonus. But 4 on the blue die will pass Sunhouse into the top group ahead of R.L. Burnside. Robin Ford with reflex and 2 gas pedals. That's in his range. Driver 3, but Bucka White has reflex and 1 bonus. The 2 on the blue die does not pass it. Honey Boy Edwards with 3 gas pedals. And that's in range. Driver 2, but double reflex and 1 bonus. 2 on the blue die will not pass. T-Bone Walker with 3 gas pedals. That's outside his range. And all these drivers with the performance chip don't have reflex, but Kenny Wayne Shepherd does. 3 gas pedals. 1 is in range, going up on driver 3. Bucka White has reflex, 1 bonus. Kenny Wayne Shepherd does not need to spend his performance chip to pass Bucka White. Little Ed Williams with 4 gas pedals. And 3 is in range. Going up on driver 5. Sunhouse has reflex. He has 1 bonus. 2 on the blue die does not pass. But Ed Williams will use his bonus chip to pass. So Ed Williams moves into 6th place. And finally, double reflex. Mississippi John Hurt could get into the lead here with that performance chip. And a 4 is outside his range, but he will spend his performance chip to pass. Oh, no, wait. Kenny Wayne Shepherd has a performance chip. So 4 is outside his gas range, so he does not pass. And let's see if they keep, let's see, what did I say? 1 to 3. They lose the chip. 4 to 6. No, even they, odd they keep the chip. 4 they lose the, no. Odd they lose the chip. 4 they keep it. So odd they lose their chip. Losing my voice here with all the dirt being kicked up in this dirt track. So another chance for Mississippi John Hurt because he had double reflex. And 5 is outside of his gas range. So, whew, that ends turn 19. We are into the final turn with Johnny Lang, our leader here. Here we go. And a 6 is going to be a duel, and it's going to be in the middle group and there's going to be a problem. So Johnny Lang is going to win this race. Let's see what happens here. We're looking at the drivers in the 6th position, and we roll double 4s, so there's also going to be a problem. So Joe Bonamassa will duel Mississippi John Hurt. He needs 4 gas pedals, and he rolls a 3, so he will pass. I mean, it's a moot point that he gets a performance chip, and Mississippi John Hurt needs a 7 to escape, and he rolls an 8. And let's see if he repairs his car. Let's see, he needs a 5. And a 5, he repairs his car, so he moves to the back. And Catfish Keith will duel Sun House. He needs a 3 for the gas pedal, and he rolls a 3, so he will pass Sun House. And Sun House has an E. He needs a 2 to 3 to stay in the race. He does not. Sun House cannot finish the race. These drivers will all move up, and we are also checking for a problem. As Johnny Lang gets the white flag, it's going to get the checkered flag here. So let's check for a problem in the middle group. 53 is driver 5 odd, so it's going to be R.L. Burnside. And what is the problem? 21. Car tire causes wreck. Oh, out of race, yellow flag. So because there's a yellow flag, the race is not over. There cannot be a yellow flag at the end of the race. So what did we say? Cut tire causes wreck, out of the race. So R.L. Burnside is done. Kebmo moves up. R.L. Burnside wrecks his car there on the final turn. These drivers all move up, and as the yellow flag is out, so we are going to conduct one more turn. Folks, this race is not over. Red, White, and Blue Racin delivers once again. I cannot tell you, I've probably raced over 90 races. I've never had a boring race. There's always an exciting finish. There's always something going on. This game delivers every single time. So let's take stock of things here. Okay, so R.L. Burnside is out. We are down to 27 drivers, and we are conducting one more turn. So the white flag was out, but Johnny Lang did not get the checkered flag. They put it away. And here we go. Let's see what happens on the yellow flag. All right, everybody stays where they are. Everybody calm down. Here we go. One more turn. And 5 is going to be a duel, and we double 2s, so there's also going to be a fume. So it's going to be driver 4 in the top group, and I'm pretty sure on the final turn you can duel. Yes, you can duel the leader on the final turn. Anytime else during the race, you only duel the second place driver. So Kenny Wayne Shepherd is going to duel Johnny Lang for the lead here on the final turn. He has got 3 gas pedals. And he rolls a 3. Kenny Wayne Shepherd wins the duel against Johnny Lang. Johnny Lang needs an escape of 6 to stay in. And he rolls a 9. And let's see, his repair is D. He needs a... My brain is turning to jelly here, so I'm probably doing some stuff wrong, which I'm sure you'll point out to me after the race. So we're checking for trouble. A D repair crew is 2 to 4. So Johnny Lang loses the duel and is out of the race. So these guys move up, but we also have to check a fume. No one is feuding, and 6 drivers are on the feud list. So let's see. So we're going to roll 1 die to see who is going to fume. And 5 is going to be Bucka White. Is he still in the race? Yes. So he is going to fume with, I'm pretty sure it has to be somebody in your group. So he is going to fume with, we'll go after Joe Bonamassa, trying to knock his performance chip there. So let's see, we're going to check the fume chart for the rabbit is out and there's trouble. So that's going to be another yellow flag. The race is still not over. Whew, let me try to catch my wits here. So Bucka White lost the fume. And what did we say? Bottom. So he goes to the bottom of the pack. Everybody else moves up and trouble. So let's see. Is that trouble for? No, it's just trouble for. Rabbit goes to the bottom. No, I think it's trouble for the whole group. Otherwise, it would say. Rabbit. No, it's on a feud fume. I think it's, or is that only duels? We're gonna do trouble for the whole group. I think it's on a duel. If the player's out, it's only trouble for the one driver. But on the fume, we're gonna check trouble for the whole group here. So Bucka White causing mayhem here. Yeah. So if cars get collected here, the yellow flag is going to come out. We're going to do one more turn. I'm going to shut the camera here and get my wits together before we conduct this trouble. Whew. Okay, so we got absolute mayhem here after 21 turns. Bucka White fumed, and he got sent to the back of the pack. So now we got to check trouble for the entire middle group. And if 1 to 2 cars are collected, the yellow flag is going to come out and we are going to have one more lap. This race still is not over. I hope you're still hanging in there, folks. This race is going a lot longer than anticipated. So we're going to start at the beginning here, and these drivers with the performance chip, they can escape trouble if needed. So Joe Bonamasso, escape of 8. 8, he escapes and keeps his chip. Catfish Keith, escape of 8. 9, he is collected. So Bucka White already causing a pileup here. Mississippi Fred McDowell, escape of 8. He stays in. Bonnie Raitt, escape of 4. A 5. But she spends her performance chip to stay in. Avoids that pileup. Big Boy Crudup, escape of 4. A 9, he is collected. T-Bone Walker, escape of 8. 6, he stays in the race. Honey Boy Edwards, escape of 5. A 3, he stays in. Robin Ford, escape 6. He is collected. Keb Mo, escape of 7. 7, he stays in. Dave Hole, escape 7. 6, he's in. Albert King, escape 7. And he's in. So let's reorder these drivers here. All these guys will move into the middle group as the bottom group thins out here. Let's see, so 3 cars were collected. Now we have to see their repair. So Catfish Keith has a pit crew repair of D. He needs a 2 to 4 to stay in the race. And 11, Catfish Keith is out. Arthur Big Boy Crudup with an E. He needs a 2 to 3. 10, he is out of the race. Robin Ford, a B repair, 2 to 6. 8, he is out of the race. We are down to 24 cars. The yellow flag is out because of the mayhem. And we have to conduct one more turn, and we still have to move. We got to fill the gap here. Wow. All kinds of chaos here at this half-mile dirt track oval in rural Mississippi on the fairgrounds. We're down to 23 cars. Smoke and dirt and dust fill the air. Here we go. So we got one more turn. We have to conduct turn 22. Here we go. And 5 is going to be another duel So Kenny Wayne Shepherd could win the race unless there's more trouble. So we're checking the 4 position drivers in the middle group for a duel. So Albert King is going to duel Bonnie Raitt, and 3 and 2. So he wins, and he will get a performance chip, whether it matters or not. Bonnie Raitt will try to escape trouble with a 4, and she does not, so she will go to the fume list if the race continues. It may not continue here. So Robert Johnson needs a 4. He is going to duel T-Bone Walker. A 6. So Robert Johnson loses. T-Bone Walker gets a chip. Robert Johnson will escape with a 10, and so he stays in. And I believe that concludes the race. It ended with a duel, 2 duels. 22 cars limp across the finish line with Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Let's get a little close-up of his car there. Kenny Wayne Shepherd is your winner here, car number 55, the orange car. Here in Mississippi, let's round out the field. John Lee Hooker in 2nd, Lightning Hopkins 3rd, Elmore James 4th, Little Ed Williams 5th, Buddy Guy in 6th, Joe Bonamasso in 7th, Mississippi Fred McDowell in 8th, Albert King in 9th, T-Bone Walker 10th, Honey Boy Edwards, Keb Mo, Dave Hole, Robert Johnson, Muddy Waters in 15th, Derek Trucks, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Robert Cray, Warren Haynes, Hound Dog Taylor in 20th, Mississippi John Hurt and Booker White. As I lose my voice here at the end of the race, if you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, for sticking with it. Thanks for watching. See you again on the next video. Take care, everyone.